I'm WG, and it's time we take an in-depth look at how to properly progress and find success in the Zero system. So once you reach level 40, you unlock this beautiful Zero system right here, and the main purpose of the Zero system is that you'll be able to get the highest save data available in the game, while also additionally getting loot that you technically shouldn't yet have access to, like for example how if you were to go into the simulation and into the memory fragments, you're only going to get around 1 to 2 legendary pieces, and they could either be left side or right side pieces, whereas if you make enough progress in the Zero system, you're going to get basically 3 pieces per run per 60 stamina, and they're all going to be right side pieces, so the ones with the percentage stats, the ones that you truly want to get your hands on. So how does the whole process work? Where do you start? Which kind of planets do you pick? Let's talk about it. So, planet choice. Overall, there are 3 popular planets. You see a whole bunch of people playing the City of Mist due to the City of Mist having the easiest, you could say the easiest first and the easiest second boss. So we're talking about like the interior and exterior boss. They don't really hit you very hard. They don't really do a lot. They don't really have too many crazy gimmicks. So should you make it towards either the interior and then also the exterior boss, or the other way around, you're going to have the easiest time finishing a run in the City of Mist, and you can also be type effective by using someone like Tresser. On the other hand, then you also have the ability to either play the Swamp of Judgment or the Foretold Ruin. Foretold Ruin can be especially, you could say rewarding if you have yourself a Haru, because Haru is just always going to be type effective and always going to be dealing extra damage against these units' shield. And then the Swamp of Judgment, it also doesn't have too many scary situations. Now, on the other hand, these Twin Star Shadow, there is just too many things that could go wrong, and if you for once don't have like enough AoE damage, you might just be very cooked. Unless you are like really good at using Khalib, or you've played this planet a whole lot and you're very familiar with this, I would try to stay away from the Twin Star Shadow planet. And the same is kind of true for the blue pot. So yes, there is a way you can properly beat this boss, and it all has to do with the moment he summons these ghouls to kill them as fast as possible, because the faster you kill them, the less actions the boss is going to take, and that is because if the boss takes 1 action, he's also going to take a second one, so you never want to have the boss act before your turn ends. But overall, the main 3 planets that you should pick between are either the City of Mist, Swamp of Judgment, or the Foretold Ruin, but you can still go into Blue Pot or Twin Star Shadow if you feel like it. So that is the situation in terms of planets. Now, what do you do with these planets, right? What do you now know, and how does this whole thing work? So every one of these planets has 3 rarities. You're going to at first be assigned a random planet, but you can then also spend a few units to reroll for the best starting planet that you desire. Why I say few is because do not get lost in this. This can take all your units, and you might not see it like this, but everything in this game really takes a whole bunch of units. It's from upgrading partners, to upgrading your character levels, to promotions, to gear upgrades. It really just drains you. I probably went through millions and millions already, so be careful with your units. Now, rarity-wise, it is almost straightforward. You have the green rarity that has 1 debuff, you have the blue rarity that can have 2 debuffs, and then you have the yellow rarity that has 3 debuffs. Furthermore, there will also be a percentage assigned to a map, and that is these chaos orbs. The higher the percentage, the better, because the more chaos orbs you get, the faster your progression, which we get to in a second. Overall, what you want to do is you want to look out and check out these debuffs. Things you in general want to avoid is any max HP cuts, because that means you are afforded less mistakes, especially with mind breaks until you get killed. Things like, for example, increased fury or increased morale for monsters every couple turns also isn't that great, and fortitude after a few turns can get a little annoying. All the other buffs or debuffs are pretty much fine. It just depends. Like, for example, adding elite spots or something, you just don't have to go to the elite spots, right? The best way to properly progress is to pick the lowest rarity with the highest level possible. So you want the lowest color, green, so you want preferably a green or a blue map, and then you look for the highest level. So you see how these maps have, for example, currently the level 47, the level 56, and then the level 59. How the whole shenanigan here with the difficulty works is that you have two choices. Either you start on a level 56, or better said, you're going to, for example, for you, you're going to start on, like, let's say 43. If you beat a level 43, you get the same planet again, but at a higher level. So you can then, for example, pick a level 48 planet, beat the 48 planet, you get another planet for free. It's going to be the same planet. You can play another version at a higher level, let's say level 49. You beat level 49 again, and you get the same planet, and then you can pick a level 51. So every 10 levels you will be able to increase your maximum achieved difficulty. The way that works is exactly like that. So you need to beat a planet at either level 59 or 60, sometimes or at the 8, 9s or the 0s. So for example 48, 49, 50 to get a chance to get the promotion planet. Kind of see it as like a promotion match. You play the planet, you beat the planet, you prove that you're, like, you could say, worthy, and then the game gives you a planet of a higher level, and then you beat that planet, and it allows you to go into the next difficulty over. So what we have here is a planet level 59. Now there's two ways you can go about this. Either you go the long route, which can take a whole damn long amount of time, or you take the shortcut. So for example, this is something that I leveled up from level 51 to level 53 to level 55 to level 56. But this map right here, 59, is something that I've rolled. Obviously, it has to do a lot with luck, and again, be careful with your units, but you can look for a map that is already the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, so that you have to play less maps to qualify for the promotion match. So that is how the whole planet promotion works, and then you just go your way through it, you clear as many maps as possible, and then you go into a higher difficulty. Now, let's talk about the Chaos Matrix, which are these Chaos Orbs. So you're going to go into a 0 map, and you can look at the map. Only if you look at the map in the bottom left, where you then see a extra icon next to the stages that indicates that on these stages you will be able to earn these Chaos Orbs. These Chaos Orbs give you a whole bunch of rewards, from units to fashion pulls to gems to character and partner experience. But what they also do, and what you should mainly be focusing on, is right here in the upgrade section. So they can help you upgrade your base stats like attack, health and defense, but then they also have these special bonuses right here. In general, every time you unlock a new section, because like for example right here you see after we activate all of them we get a new section, you always want to go for the special instance first, like how this increases the chance of a rare species appearing, how this one reduces the prices in the Delang shop by 5%, but one of, or even this one, Divine Representative Encounter, just means you have like an extra event at the start of every run that gives you like a slight boost, so you can like get into the run stronger. But where you really want to go is into the level 3s right here, and into the, no, I think it's level 4. Yes, you want to go into level 4 and then buy the Delang free item refresh protocol. So what that allows you to do is that every time you enter a shop, you will be able to reshop the shop 5 times, and then you can start searching for cards like gear bags, like rallies, and anything else that has to do with your strategy. So this one is really important, and it also makes your life easier down the line. Now, lastly, there is 2 different ways you can approach this. Number 1, you're grinding to increase your difficulty, you're grinding to get into higher level maps, or you're actually grinding for save data, because these things technically are a different approach. So for example, if you check out this map, this is level 59, it brings us higher to a promotion match, even opens one up, but it only has a save data value of normal, whereas this map is level 56, but it has a save data value of high. In general, there can be differences between maps of the same tier, you just have to look out for the save data value. But if you pick a higher rarity, so if you pick blue over green or yellow over blue, right? Legendary over rare, then you get a higher save data. What that also means is you have a choice. You either go for your best build possible already, which you can easily do at tier 6 and might even be recommended due to the enemies only being level 47, or you first push your way into a higher difficulty to get even more difficult stages, during which you can then get even higher save data, like for example high. Though if you want to build a proper set of save data, you need to find a map that has a base level of high and then goes into very high during the nightmare mode. Like for example, this one stays high even during nightmare, but you can find a very high/high base that then gives you more save data and then pretty much the chance to save it all, right? So you have to pick between making the smoothest progression at the easiest pace, or already building that perfect deck where you kind of keep everything and have as many encounters as possible, as many godly epiphanies as possible, as many rare monsters as possible, and then you're probably gonna die. So that's kind of the whole shenanigan. You either go for progression or you go for that perfect god run that you try to complete, finish, and then get that best build possible. So this should be everything you need to know about the Zero system. And the most, I guess the next part would be you can always, or it would be if you have the time, the smartest idea to pick your gear at the end of a Zero run, due to you being able to preview both the set as well as also the pieces, so you can fish for the pieces you really want. Peace!